Do you believe in parallel universes? I think that if it existed, a good example of it would be difference between CCP China and Republic of China, also known as Taiwan. After World War II, the KMT Army, Republic of China, defeated the Japanese. The army was weakened, and the communist army attacked them. This is on the back book of The Art of War. When the army is weakened, then you attack. Mao Zedong actually thanked the Japanese for their massacre on Chinese people. And this is a famous situation that happened. Mao Zedong shamed people for believing ancient Chinese tradition, culture, and kids were asked to actually tell on their parents or teachers. At first, they shut the school system down, and people were illiterate. So, going back, so the whole Chinese culture was whitewashed. People who believed otherwise, they were shamed. Business owners were shamed. According to communist principles, business owners, bosses, are like thieves, per se. The Communist Party never won victory over Taiwan. They never captured Taiwan. They never ever was able to defeat Taiwan. Hence, they are the country today, the Republic of China, also known as the country of Taiwan. There were no two countries, one system contracts like in Macau and Hong Kong. First of all, the United Nations is corrupt. You cannot count on United Nations for anything anymore. If they weren't corrupt, we wouldn't be in a pandemic. And oddly enough, Taiwan was the country who went to WHO and said, hey, there's a situation, we need to do something about it. WHO says you're not a recognized country, we cannot disrespect CCP China, and so we're not going to listen to you. They echoed CCP's words. There's no evidence of human-to-human transmission of the coronavirus, and so they echoed the same. So they're corrupt. There's many examples. You cannot use United Nations in this argument. So Taiwan has their own currency, government, system. they preserve the Chinese culture and writing. There's, Mao Zedong made the simplified writing, which is, whitewashed of the actual Chinese characters. People in Taiwan are, they have good hygiene, respectful. They're kind to you. They don't push you out of the way. They're down to earth. You have access to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all the social medias around the world. Whereas CCP China is almost like North Korea. Let that sink in. The amount of access of internet they have is just almost North Korea. You have access only to Chinese social media, Chinese websites, and news. You only have access to state-sponsored CCP broadcast systems and news networks. CCP is one-party system, whereas Taiwan is two-party system, and they hold elections. So there's they have multiple parties, and they hold each other accountable. And that's how that country grew. And it's so much different, cleaner, better, prosperous. Whereas every time, quote unquote, mainland messes up, the CCP China messes up, they just cover it up and blame the West, blame foreign countries. This is this country, the CCP China, in my opinion, needs to change. It's a good country. I love this country, but the government must go. It's like, I would say, do you like yourself? And if I say, if there's a doctor says that there's a parasite and it has to be removed, and the person says, well, why do you hate me? No, I don't hate you. I hate the parasite. It needs to be removed. The CCP government is a parasite to a very awesome country, and it needs to be removed.